Well, hello, everybody. I am here to talk about what a dumbass Daryl Morey is and how he should be fired here tonight. My name is Ethan's NBA Talk, and I'm here gonna be going on a rant about that Jared McCain trade. What kind of a trade was that? That trade was shocking. That I am very pissed off right now. That's why I'm wearing my Jared McCain jersey right now to protest about this trade. And I'm gonna be explaining. We already have 3 people, and that's a good sign. Welcome everybody to the live. Um, but yeah, I would just be explaining the the trade, the what happened exactly. So stay tuned for that. So we'll just wait a little bit for some people to come in. It's really a crazy trade deadline. A little bit underwhelming that you didn't see we didn't see get to see Giannis or John Morant walk out the door, but still a pretty good trade deadline. We have 4 people in right now. Welcome, and I hope this microphone is working. All right, I think it is working, so should be good. For right now, we're going to talk about how look, Daryl Morey is terrible. He needs to be fired. There's no question about it. I think I just don't know what this team is doing a lot of the time. Like, who is the Philadelphia 76ers? Like, we have messed up rebuilding this team a lot. We botched it a lot. And, you know, it just seems like since when we lost to the Hawks in the second round in the 20 to 21 season, we just been a completely different team. We've been completely different. Um, like we haven't been our normal selves, and like also I would like to point out that we still haven't made the conference final since 2001. So, number I just want to talk about this trade today. Why I think it's dumb. Why I really think this Jared McCain trade is dumb. Um, at the same time, I don't want to rage too much about it. About this Jared McCain trade, as we have 11 people. What now? Welcome everybody to me going on a rant about this Jared McCain trade. I also want to maintain a professionalism when I'm talking about. Like I don't want to go nuts about this. Like I want to be professional about it and give you my true opinion. That's, I mean, I've said many times I would love to do something like this as a career, like NBA analyst or NBA broadcast or something. So I gotta be professional about it as well. But let's get into it. So this is what the Sixers received out of this Jared McCain trade. We received a first round pick and 3 second-round picks. Now we did receive 4 picks, which is solid. Thunder received Jared McCain. Obviously, that's the whole problem with this trade. Why did we trade Jared McCain? Why? Hola, Ayla Mara Quinn. Welcome to my live. We're talking about basketball right now. Talking about the Jared McCain getting traded. Um, so basically, yeah, the Thunder are deeper now with Jared McCain. But my question is, why did we trade Jared McCain but keep Quentin Grimes? Is my issue with this whole trade. we should have traded Quentin if we were going to trade somebody, because I just don't see much in Quentin Grimes. I don't know. I see more in Jared McCain, because I know he was damn near, like, he was good about to be rookie of the year last season before he went down with an injury that put him out for the rest of the season. He was on his way to rookie of the year, and then he comes back struggling a little bit, but I can see that he was starting to finally find his rhythm, start to really help this team off the bench. And then what do? We trade him. What a shock. We do something stupid like that. Because that's what my Sixers are. That's why we haven't won a championship in over 40 years, because we have dumb stuff like this. We have 15 people right now. Welcome, everybody, to this afternoon of talking about the Jared McCain NBA trade. But yeah, it just feels very unfair to Jared. I also don't feel like we didn't treat him good while he was I just think he didn't get the time that he deserved, and I feel like when he was sitting on the bench, you could tell that he was upset about not getting the time that he deserved. Like I said, it was just and sorry, and I would just like to point out that Nick Nurse. It was probably not Nick Nurse's fault that he was not putting in Jared McCain. Maybe we've been planning this for a while. You're right, Gaming Girl. He absolutely did. Absolutely did. And I don't know if that was Nick Nurse that was just simply not playing him, or it was because this has been a long time coming, and we're going to trade. We're planning on trading Jared McCain at the beginning of the season. But this is a terrible trade. Again, Raymond says, well, first of all, welcome to my live. The Timberwolves are better. I mean, maybe the T-Wolves are a little better than my Sixers. I think I could admit to that. I mean, I think like, I just think there's stuff that my Sixers need to work on that I think we could work on. Obviously, the defense. I mean, the defense was a complete joke from my Sixers yesterday against the Lakers. An absolute joke, the way that game ended. And again, and people always point at the coach. They always say, oh, we need to fire Nick Nurse. You know, but I always say Nick Nurse in. He has to keep his job after the season. He absolutely, because it's not all his fault. But this is definitely Daryl Morey's fault that Jared McCain was traded. Maybe it's Elton Brand's fault as well. I mean, I don't know. Just everybody that works for as our management and just basketball operations. Like, this was a bad trade. I'm very disappointed, and I just never know what the Sixers are doing. They're very inconsistent. They're very, very inconsistent. We were just on a 5-game winning streak, right? And now we fell apart yesterday. We're back to our old ways. And again, why Jared McCain getting I guarantee you, if we traded Quentin Grimes instead, we would have gotten just the same amount in return. We would have gotten those 4 picks in return if we traded Quentin Grimes to the Thunder. That's Well, I truly feel we would have gotten the same thing, but no, we choose to trade a young, rising player in this league, a young player who's had to deal with injuries to start his career, which is never good. That's very unfortunate that has to happen to Jared McCain, especially after he was going to be rookie of the year perhaps last season. And then he goes down with an injury. So, yeah. And when I looked into the season, I was so looking forward. I was going to be like, oh, Jared McCain is going to be a starter. He is going to be one of the rising stars for our group. But nope. Daryl Morey interfering again. And, it's just, it's terrible. It really is. Like, my my Sixers are so dumb that, like, VJ Edgecombe would get injured and we'd probably trade him in like a year or so, because we don't like to get rid of all of our young assets and then give old washed up player an absolute bag is what we like to do. Exactly what we did with Paul George. We gave him a maximum contract, and he's making $53 million a year for the Sixers. Last season, injured pretty much the whole time. $53 million out the door for nothing. This season, he was all right, not nothing special, especially for that money. And now he gets suspended for 25 games, $53 million gone again. So obviously there's been a lot of frustration as a Sixers fan to have to deal with this kind of stuff, to have to sit here and watch the president of basketball operations to continue to sit there and allow us to downfall every single season and never get past the second round is just frustrating. And last season was nobody's fault. Last season was just very bad luck, very a lot of injuries. And with this Paul George situation, with him being suspended, I'm actually loving the way that my Sixers are playing without him. I'm loving the fact that Dominic Barlow is getting more minutes on this team. I think he's done the role very well. He's at that power forward position. He's done very well for my Sixers. Big. He's got potential, but the fact remains. This is the main thing that I was trying to talk about today. Is that Jared McCain was treated like garbage. I think. He didn't really get a proper, like, he only played 8 minutes in his final game for the Sixers. Went scoreless in that game, obviously, but didn't get a lot of time to do anything. And they look at Quentin like he's some kind of prize, Like, Quentin's not been that great either. And I think Jared McCain's been better, to be honest, in these last few games. But who knows what will happen? There's a lot. The Sixers, I'm glad for the picks that they got. I'm glad we got a first round pick in 3 seconds. But who knows if we can even trust Daryl Morey with trying to build this team anymore. Who knows that? Because we are not rebuilding this team. We're just want to stay. This guy's just looking to keep this team. We're decent, but we're not a championship level team. He wants to. He thinks it's like the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers always are just looking to finish at least 9-8 and barely get a playoff spot, a wild card spot, and then they end up losing. That is where the Sixers are at. That is where we want to barely get out of the play-in tournament, barely be top 6, and not rise and be that dangerous title contending team. And what we've done is just not good. I do think that we have a great coach. I really believe in Nick Nurse. I don't know. I believe in Nick Nurse. I've criticized him before about him not getting us prepared for the third quarter whenever we have these collapses. Yesterday, our collapse was not his fault. We actually looked very good to start off the second half against the Lakers, and then we blew it. And, you know, I do believe in Nick Nurse. He's got a great track record. And if you just give him the right players to work with, that he'll coach this team into a good playoff team. And Tyrese Maxey, I heard something the other day. This is the biggest crap I've heard. I've heard something on the radio with the Sixers. We're talking about the Sixers, right? And I hear this question: can Tyrese Maxey be the best player on a championship team? You know what he said? He said, no, he'll always be a second option. What kind of bullcrap is that? I truly believe, I know Embiid has been really good, but I truly believe Maxey is an MVP caliber player this season. And if we somehow got to the finals, then Maxey would be that number one superstar on the team. That's just my opinion. You know, Embiid has been really good lately. Also very injury prone at times. But to say that Maxey is gonna be just a number 2 option on a championship level team is bold, because we all know that that Tyrese Maxey is a superstar. And yeah, so but we are, again, even with Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, BJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr., we are still not good enough. I'm just going to throw that out there. We're not good enough lately. We have not been good enough. Now, obviously, we win 5 games in a row, which is pretty good. We beat the Clippers, which was one of our biggest wins of the season, in my opinion. Beating the Warriors was obviously a nice win. I know they didn't have really anybody playing. Didn't have Curry or Butler. Butler's obviously done for the season, but yeah, I just think you know, a win's a win, and obviously, but I know we can beat these top level teams, but we just haven't been showing that in recent games. The Clippers was a good starting point, but I think the way we collapsed against the Lakers was awful. It was bad. Kelly Oubre played very bad defense, I saw yesterday. And I think with Jared McCain gone, it's a big loss to our team. That is just our bench is not as deep as it was without him. I just think he brought so much on that bench, and he just seems like a good dude. I don't know what it is about him. He just seems like somebody who doesn't complain. Doesn't he just goes out there and has fun, and that's what I love about Jared McCain. He just seems like a good person. I met him before. He seems like just a good guy. Good dude. And that doesn't complain. Just does what he loves. And so I got a message. Let me just put my phone on silent. So but basically we Jared McCain just brought a lot to our bench, and it's gonna be bad for us because we that's a big big loss on our bench, because I think he made this team just really deep, I think, and now I think without him, just not good. Thunder are deeper, obviously. The Thunder have had a lot of injuries, absolutely lots of injuries right now. But Jared McCain is extremely important to this Thunder team right now, because they don't have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playing for at least until after All-Star break, right? So that's going to be a very important position that Jared McCain will have to fill in for Oklahoma, and I think he'll do great with it. And I think Daryl Morey will be crying in his bedroom saying, "Why did I trade him? Why?" But the main thing is, the Sixers did get, I think, something out of it. At least they did get a first round pick, the 3 second round picks. I think that's a good starting point. I think it's stupid that we traded a young talent like Jared McCain for that, because if we want to rebuild, then I think we could have definitely traded Quentin and got the same thing in return. And now I think it's just stupid. Like I said, I'll give us an F as a grade probably, but I think it's a very stupid trade. No, I'm not gonna give us an F. I'll give. Oh no, maybe I will give an F. I don't. But I'll give the Thunder a B at least, because I think they know that they're in real trouble right now with all the injuries that they have, and I think Jared McCain is so important to this team right now in this moment. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover today. I wanted to just cover that the fact that I think Daryl Morey needs to be fired. Time to go. We should have probably gotten rid of Quentin instead of Jared. But Sixers did get something good out of that, and I think they got. I just think that it makes no sense to trade a young, up and coming player that has had to deal with injuries to start off his career, which is unfortunate. But you can see quality in Jared McCain, and he's just got a lot of energy that he brings to to each game. Thunder also get good get Thunder are also deeper. Geez, I don't know why I'm coughing. Thunder are getting deeper now with Jared McCain. But yeah, Sixers are a confusing team. I've had to deal with that my whole life with watching my Sixers do dumb trades over and over again. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Being a Philly sports fan sure isn't easy. It isn't. You can even look up most heartbreaking sports city and it'll say Philadelphia. But again, another stupid trade from the Sixers. We'll see. No, I love my team. I absolutely love the Sixers. They've always been my favorite. Always. They've always been my favorite team. And even no matter how much I think that they are stupid in this moment in time that they did this, I'll still love this team. I'll still root for this team. Good luck to Jared McCain on the Thunder. I hope you do great there. But yeah, just heartbreaking for me because you guys know how much I love Jared McCain, my favorite player. Got to meet him. I'm wearing his jersey right now. I got a poster of Jared McCain when I did meet him. So, just sucks to see. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this live. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover about the trade. Thunder did very well, getting deeper with this Jared McCain trade. We also got at least we got a pick, like a first round pick in 3 seconds. Like I said, I just wish it wasn't for Jared McCain, but I think that at least we got something back. And yeah, that's what I wanted to cover today. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I've been on for about 25 minutes now. I think we did very well. So until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.